everyone. Here's your weather hazard briefing for Monday, January 6th. A lot of folks finally getting back to work and school with the long holiday break. We do have some light snow that will continue today, and this will last through the overnight into early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we do have general high pressure returning over the region. It's going to be mostly dry. The exceptions will be a few showers along the divide. That's going to be on Wednesday. And then we break things down by the end of the week with the next system coming in. But this type of blocking pattern, that may be a little quick. We'll have to watch how things progress over the next few days to see exactly when we see the pattern starting to change once again. Satellite shows the next system coming through, and bulk of the moisture for this is going to slip across southwest and southern Idaho, staying out of the Snake Plain and areas to the north. There will be some pockets of snow and maybe even a little bit of a convergence band developing later this morning and this afternoon up north. But that will be pretty much it, except, again, a couple of instances before we get to the end of the week. And you'll notice on our weather risk outlook, really no major impacts expected, maybe across portions of the South Hills and the higher elevations and down around the Bear River Range going over Immigration Summit, something like that. Otherwise, not much going on, and again, until we get to Friday. We don't really have any fog or anything in the forecast. That's not to say it's going to happen. Just have to see how things progress. Maybe a little better chance of fog, not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night into Wednesday morning and beyond that. Looking at temperatures for today, but first let's take a look at that rest of that forecast before we get to those temperatures. You'll notice that we do have some snow and rain showers around early this morning, especially outside of the Snake Plain, especially over to southwest Idaho, with that little better push of moisture coming through. As we go through the day, we eventually see this push of moisture across southwest, south central Idaho, starting to push south. But you'll notice we have a little bit of a secondary band developing between Idaho Falls and Pocatello. That's looks like a little convergence band that's going to develop and take its time, slowly shifting south and west this morning into this afternoon. Most of the moisture across our area will be ending mid to late afternoon. A couple of showers still lingering up to the north. There's what's left of that band of snow. And we'll have to watch it through the day to see if maybe that band holds together a little bit longer. But you'll notice when we get into this afternoon, into this evening, that band kind of sets up over the Magic Valley and will die out there overnight, maybe pushing a little closer into the Treasure Valley at that point, but certainly not making much progress. And at this point, not expecting a lot of moisture, a little bit of lingering light snow in the far southeast corner overnight into tomorrow morning. That band may hold on past sunrise, but at this point, that may be a little bit zealous in the models, but something to see if that little what's left of that convergence band holds on until we get past sunrise tomorrow morning. Now, back to the rest of that forecast. Temperatures today will be in the 20s and 30s, warmest once you get into the lower side of the Snake Plain down towards the Utah border into the Treasure Valley, where temperatures will remain above freezing, into the 40s into the Treasure Valley, even staying above freezing up around Haley, Sun Valley, some of those areas as well. Looking at the snowfall for today, kind of a blanket trace of snow, dusting of snow. We've got a stratus deck out there, and with that little bit of a convergence band in the stratus deck, the moisture coming through, that's kind of a cedar feeder thing. But light snow expected, except across the South Hills, where we might see an inch or two up around Palmerell. Otherwise, those moisture amounts, and some of this may fall actually as rain or a rain-snow mix today with some of the warmer temperatures in the area. You don't see any major precipitation amounts, rain, or taking that snow and melting it over to something that is measured in the liquid form. We might see a couple of inches over the higher elevations across the southeast corner, and down around Immigration Summit and down towards Logan Summit, we might see 2 to 3 inches with that. Otherwise, again, those moisture amounts will be light, similar across the rest of the area. This is for this morning. And this afternoon, not really much of a change there. Maybe a little bit higher precipitation totals once you get between Twin Falls and Jackpot, and the same down across the Bear River Range for this afternoon. Otherwise, things do continue to dwindle out this evening and overnight across the area. And by we get past midnight, there's that little bit of light snow left over across down around the Magic Valley, and potentially trying to get into portions of the Treasure Valley, and certainly south as you get towards Jackpot as well overnight. And that trend continues across the southeast corner as well. Now, behind that, where we've got the northerly winds shifting in overnight, some pretty strong winds. Some of those gusts 25, maybe 30, 35 miles an hour, especially across the higher elevations from around Oneida back down towards the Wood River Valley, the foothills area, and some of the areas where those winds are emptying out either across the divide or coming out of the Central Mountains. Some of those gusts 25 to 35 miles an hour, and that extends out into the Arco Desert, and also windy down around the Black Pine area as well tonight. And that is for tonight and once we get towards sunrise tomorrow morning. Temperatures for the rest of the area tonight and tomorrow, you'll notice it is cooler across the area. That cold air will start seeping in. We probably won't see the really cold effects from that, or really any big effects from that the cold air spilling in until tomorrow night into Wednesday. And you'll see temperatures warmest from Burley west into the western side of the Magic Valley into the Treasure Valley as well, where temperatures tomorrow will be above freezing. Switching to tomorrow night into Wednesday, that's where you see those colder temperatures. And this kind of gives you an idea of where some of this inversion is going to set up with this high pressure centered over the top of us, or at least trying to fold into the top, over to the top of us. Teens, 20s, once you get away from the colder pockets where it's going to be around 5 above to 10 below, that's not including any wind, that's the actual air temperature. And you'll see those afternoon highs really not getting pretty warm. And this could be a little bit warm, actually. We'll go back to tomorrow. And these temperatures, talking about the temperatures for tomorrow afternoon, mid-20s, that's maybe a good 5 to 10 degrees too warm for tomorrow afternoon, depending how quickly that cold air spills in across the area. That's for tomorrow. We'll go back to Wednesday. You can see the impacts of the colder air. It really doesn't get far into the Magic Valley, and certainly into the Treasure Valley, and some of the far western valleys up in the Central Mountains as well. That trend continues into Thursday, and certainly starting to see those temperatures moderate on Friday. That's just ahead of that system. Like I said, that system won't be here probably until later Friday into Saturday and on into the weekend. So once again, we have another round of light snow, a couple of inches over the higher elevations of the southeast highlands, the South Hills, the Albion Mountains. That's about it. Light precipitation elsewhere. Otherwise, high pressure returning. There's a system clipping the divide on Wednesday, and there's that storm coming for the end of the week. Have a great Monday, and do stay safe out there, everyone.